Welcome to the Stoic Couple, where wisdom guides love, hearts connect, and every bond tells its unique story. What if I told you that attraction is not about her preferences, her type, or even her current feelings about you? What if you could shift the entire dynamic and make her see you differently, no matter how disinterested she seemed before? Most people will tell you, move on, she's just not into you. But the truth, interest can be created. Yes, even when it seems impossible. It's not about manipulation or trickery. It's about understanding the psychology of attraction and using it in a way that works in your favor. Society has conditioned us to believe that if a woman doesn't like you at first, it's game over. But is it really? Stay with me, and I'll show you how to shift the odds in your favor. The power of presence. Let's start with something simple, but often overlooked. Your presence. Women are instinctively drawn to men who exude a certain energy, a quiet confidence. But here's the catch. It's not about showing off or trying too hard. In fact, desperation is the fastest way to repel anyone. Instead, focus on building an air of mystery around you. Don't always be available. When you're around her, make every moment count. Speak less, but with purpose. When you listen, listen deeply. This creates a sense of intrigue. She starts to wonder what you're thinking, what you're about, and why you're not like everyone else. But here's where most guys mess up. They either become too cold or overly eager. The balance lies in showing just enough interest to keep her attention while maintaining your independence. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, ambitions, and purpose. So, if you're making her the center of your world, stop. Understanding the emotional connection. Emotions drive attraction more than logic ever will. A woman might tell herself she's not into you, but if you can make her feel something, curiosity, admiration, excitement, you've planted a seed. One of the most effective ways to do this is by breaking patterns. Don't be predictable. If she expects you to text her every morning, skip a day. If she's used to guys complimenting her looks, admire her intellect or humor instead. These small shifts disrupt her expectations and make you stand out in her mind. But it's not just about breaking patterns, it's about creating moments that resonate. A shared laugh, a deep conversation, or a moment of vulnerability can build a connection she won't forget. Emotional connection and the art of unpredictability. Building an emotional connection isn't about trying to be what she wants. It's about making her feel something unique when she's around you. The truth is, people don't always remember what you said or did, but they always remember how you made them feel. This applies doubly to women. Attraction often begins not with logic, but with emotion. But how do you tap into this emotional core? It starts with mastering the art of unpredictability. Breaking predictability. Becoming intriguing. Most men fall into a predictable rhythm. They text good morning every day, respond immediately to messages, or follow a routine that becomes easy to anticipate. And while consistency is good in a relationship, predictability in the early stages can make things dull. Instead, be someone who keeps her guessing. Skip the routine and replace it with spontaneity. For example, if she's used to you texting her daily, take a step back and skip a day or two. Let her wonder what you're doing. This isn't about playing games. It's about keeping things dynamic and exciting. Unpredictability also applies to your interactions. Compliment her in ways others don't. Instead of saying she looks beautiful, which she has probably heard 100 times, tell her how impressive it is that she handles stressful situations so well. When you notice details that most people overlook, you create a deeper impact. Shared experiences, the glue of connection. Emotions are amplified through shared experiences. If you want to stand out, create memories with her that she can't replicate with anyone else. This doesn't mean you have to plan extravagant dates or spend a fortune. Sometimes, the simplest things leave the deepest marks. Take her somewhere she's never been, even if it's just a quiet park or a quirky coffee shop. Share something meaningful about yourself, a hobby, a childhood memory, or a dream you're working toward. People bond over shared vulnerabilities and experiences. When you show her a side of you that's genuine and unique, she'll associate those emotions with you. The power of challenge. Why women love mystery. Here's something that might surprise you. Being a challenge can often make you more attractive. This doesn't mean playing hard to get in an obvious way, but rather being someone she feels she has to work for. Most men make the mistake of over-communicating their interest too soon. They lay all their cards on the table, leaving no room for intrigue. When there's no mystery, there's no chase. Women, just like men, enjoy the thrill of pursuit. For example, when she asks about your weekend plans, don't lay out every detail. Keep it vague, but intriguing. I have a few things lined up, but I'll let you know how it goes. This sparks curiosity and makes her want to know more about your life. Being a challenge also involves setting boundaries. Don't always be available at her convenience. Respect your own time and commitments. When she sees that you value yourself, she'll naturally begin to value you more. Emotional anchoring, the secret weapon. Have you ever heard of emotional anchoring? It's a psychological concept where a person associates certain emotions with a specific individual or event. You can use this to your advantage by creating positive emotional anchors whenever she's with you. Here's how. Create laughter. Humor is one of the quickest ways to build a connection. If you can make her laugh, she'll associate you with feelings of joy and comfort. But avoid canned jokes or forced humor. Be natural and playful. Teasing her lightly about something funny she did or sharing a humorous story from your day can work wonders. Show depth. While humor is important, don't shy away from serious conversations. Talk about your passions, your values, and even your fears. When you show depth, you trigger emotions she might not often experience with others. Be present. When you're with her, be fully present. Put away your phone and focus entirely on her. Make her feel like she's the only person in the room. This creates an emotional imprint that's hard to forget. Mirror and lead. The psychology of synchronization. Another powerful way to attract a woman emotionally is by mirroring her energy while subtly leading the interaction. People are naturally drawn to those who reflect their emotions and interests. If she's excited about something, match her energy and enthusiasm. If she's calm and introspective, adopt a quieter tone. This mirroring creates a sense of familiarity and connection. However, don't just stop at mirroring. Lead the interaction towards something meaningful. For instance, if she mentions a hobby she enjoys, suggest doing it together sometime. This shows initiative and keeps the conversation flowing naturally. The role of scarcity. Less is more. Here's a hard truth. The more available you are, the less valuable you appear. Scarcity creates demand, even in relationships. If you're constantly at her beck and call, you lose the allure of being someone worth pursuing. This doesn't mean you should ignore her or play childish games. Instead, focus on building a life that keeps you busy and fulfilled. When she sees that you have your own passions, goals, and priorities, she'll naturally gravitate toward you. Remember, attraction is about creating value. If you're always accessible, you're not giving her a chance to miss you. Confidence, self-mastery, and the final steps to attraction. By now, you've learned how to create emotional connections, use unpredictability to your advantage, and build intrigue. But there's one thing that ties all these elements together: confidence. Without confidence, even the most perfectly executed strategies will fall flat. Confidence is not just a trait. It's a state of being that communicates your value to others without you having to say a word. The confidence paradox. It's not about perfection. Here's where most people go wrong. They think confidence means being perfect or having everything figured out. In reality, confidence comes from accepting your flaws and embracing who you are. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about owning your strengths and weaknesses unapologetically. Women can sense when a man is trying too hard to impress. True confidence comes from within and manifests in subtle ways. It's in how you carry yourself, the way you speak, and how you handle rejection. Yes, rejection. The fear of rejection often holds men back. But here's the thing. Rejection isn't the end. It's feedback. It's not a reflection of your worth, but rather a sign that you're not a match for that particular person. Confident men don't dwell on rejection. They learn from it and move forward. Self-mastery, the secret weapon of attraction. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a sense of purpose. When you're deeply invested in your personal growth, it shows. Self-mastery involves developing skills, pursuing passions, and constantly challenging yourself to become better. Why does this matter in attraction? Because a man who is on a journey of self-improvement radiates an energy that's impossible to ignore. He doesn't chase approval because he knows his worth. He doesn't rely on external validation because he's fulfilled from within. Take time to invest in your physical health, mental well-being, and emotional intelligence. Whether it's hitting the gym, learning a new skill, or practicing mindfulness, every effort you make towards self-mastery adds to your attractiveness. Creating an aura of independence. Independence is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. It signals that you're self-sufficient and don't need anyone to complete you. This doesn't mean shutting people out. It means having your own life, interests, and goals outside of a relationship. Women respect men who don't revolve their lives around them. When you have your own priorities and passions, it creates a sense of balance in the relationship. She'll see you as someone who enhances her life, not someone who depends on her for happiness. To create this aura of independence, focus on your career or personal ambitions. Spend time with friends and family. Engage in activities that fulfill you. When you have a well-rounded life, you become more appealing because you're not trying to fill a void with her presence. Mastering non-verbal attraction. Actions speak louder than words. While conversations are important, much of attraction happens through non-verbal communication. Your body language, eye contact, and overall demeanor play a significant role in how you're perceived. Here are a few tips. Maintain eye contact. When you're speaking to her, look directly into her eyes. This shows confidence and creates a deeper connection. But don't overdo it. Breaking eye contact occasionally keeps it natural. Open body language. Avoid crossing your arms or slouching. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and use gestures to express yourself. This makes you appear approachable and self-assured. The power of touch. Appropriate and subtle touches, like a light tap on the shoulder or a brief touch on the arm during a conversation, can create intimacy. Just be mindful of her comfort level. Nonverbal cues are often more powerful than anything you say. When used correctly, they can amplify your overall presence. The power of listening and validation. One of the most overlooked aspects of attraction is the ability to listen. Women are often bombarded by people trying to impress them, but few take the time to truly hear what they have to say. When you listen actively, you stand out. Ask thoughtful questions, show genuine interest in her stories, and validate her feelings. Validation doesn't mean agreeing with everything she says. It means acknowledging her perspective. For example, if she's venting about a stressful day, resist the urge to offer solutions right away. Instead, say something like, "That sounds really overwhelming. I can see why you'd feel that way." This shows empathy and creates a sense of connection. Authenticity, the ultimate magnet. Attraction strategies can only take you so far if you're not being authentic. Pretending to be someone you're not is not only exhausting, but also unsustainable. Women are incredibly intuitive and can sense when someone is being disingenuous. Authenticity doesn't mean spilling all your secrets or wearing your heart on your sleeve. It means being honest about your intentions, values, and emotions. When you're authentic, you attract people who resonate with your true self rather than a facade. Taking initiative, confidence in action. Once you've established a connection, it's important to take initiative. Women appreciate men who are decisive and take the lead without being overbearing. This could be as simple as suggesting a date idea, planning an outing, or expressing your interest directly. Being decisive doesn't mean dominating the interaction. It means being clear about your intentions. If you're interested in her, let her know. For example, instead of saying, "Do you maybe want to hang out sometime?" say, "I'd love to take you out for dinner this weekend. Are you free?" Clarity and confidence go a long way in showing her that you're serious. Patience, the final ingredient. Attraction isn't built overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency. Rushing the process often leads to disappointment. Instead, focus on building a strong foundation based on trust and mutual respect. Patience also means giving her space. If she's not ready for something, respect her boundaries. This shows emotional maturity and makes her more likely to open up to you in the long run. Attracting any woman, even one who isn't initially interested, requires a combination of confidence, emotional connection, and self-mastery. It's not about manipulation or deceit, but about understanding human psychology and using it to build genuine connections. By embracing your independence, improving yourself, and showing authenticity, you create a magnetic presence that draws people toward you naturally. Remember, the key isn't to chase, it's to become the kind of person she wants to be around. Thanks for being part of the Stoic Couple, where love grows with wisdom and every story matters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on meaningful connections. See you next time.